What's up everyone? Wellness Director Leah Mello. In a previous video I made, I talked about some of the negative effects of not getting enough sleep. In this video, I want to share with you some of my tips on how to improve the quality of your sleep and fall asleep faster. Now, I'm not going to be recommending any medications or supplements, just simply at-home remedies that you can do that'll make drastic changes in your life, and it's all backed up with science-based research. And a lot of these remedies I actually have done myself, so I can definitely tell you that it works. And I'm somebody who, went through the times where I thought I had insomnia. I've had the late college nights, all of those times where I just wasn't getting enough sleep and I just simply felt terrible. So I hope you can use some of these tips to help improve the quality of your sleep. Tip number 1, room temperature. Room temperature is everything. So you want to keep your room temperature between 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius, I don't know, please do the conversion for me. But when I started lowering the temperature of my room, I noticed a drastic change. I wasn't getting up at night, I wasn't sweating, kicking off covers. Get that temperature down to about 68. It might seem cold, but it will help improve your sleep, because when you go to sleep, as your body's preparing for sleep, you actually, your body temperature drops. So that's how it helps to produce melatonin. So if you decrease your room temperature, then it's already starting, you're already giving yourself a head start on that process of getting to sleep and producing that melatonin necessary for sleep. Tip number 2, unplug everything. And I am so guilty of this. I got my TV on, my cell phone's next to me, vibrating. Unplug it all, okay? If you can, I know it's tempting to leave the TV on and, at night we're on our phones. If you can simply just unplug any of your devices, and actually the trainer, Michael, our trainer at Royal Caribbean, he actually gave me a good tip one time. He said, I have all of my devices plugged into one outlet in my room. So he just simply unplugs that one outlet and it's done. That little blue light that emits from our cellular devices severely depresses or suppresses our production of melatonin. So very important, unplug it. Tip number 3, create a clutter-free, the key word is clutter-free, bedroom spa. So everything from the scents of lavender to maybe white noise in the background. Again, nothing that's emitting any type of light. So if it's some people say, oh, can I use a TV as white noise? No, you can't, because the TV is just emitting a large light that's confusing your body. So create a clutter-free space. And when I say clutter-free, when we have a disorganized room, when our clothes are everywhere, the floor is dirty, it creates anxiety. You may not even notice it. I'm someone who's extremely clean. Everything's very organized. So for me, even just the littlest, sock on the floor is just going to drive me crazy. But if you start creating an environment that is much more organized around you, you will notice that your level of anxiety and stress does go down, and that will help to promote just a sound sleep. Tip number 4, exercise daily and never right before bed. So you want to give yourself at least, 3 hours ahead of time to wind down, because what happens is when you start working out, your endorphins go up, your body temperature increases, heart rate, everything else. And as we know, when our body's preparing to go to sleep, our temperature drops. So you don't want to disturb that cycle. And you'll find that if you're exercising daily, you fatigue throughout the day and you have a much more deeper sleep as your body's repair all of its tissues. Tip number 5, avoid alcohol and caffeine before bed. Now, I know some of you are going to tell me, Leah, but I have my glass of wine at night and it helps me fall asleep. And I'm not doubting you. I'm sure it does. But the problem is that caffeine and alcohol both suppress the production of melatonin. So although you may be able to have that 3 p.m., cafecito with your coworkers, and it doesn't affect you actually falling asleep. You might sleep like a baby with caffeine in your system. But the problem is that both of them are diuretics. You're more apt to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and it affects your REM sleep specifically. So avoid those caffeine, avoid the glass of wine at night, and it will help you to sleep much more deeper. Tip number 6, avoid any sugary snacks or high carb meals before bed. You want to make sure that your blood sugar levels are balanced. And when you have a high carb meal, your blood sugar levels will be spiking and then they'll start coming down again and decreasing. So you might find that you're waking up sometimes at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You may go to bed with pasta in your stomach, no problem. Again, sleep like a baby, fall asleep fine, no issues. It's that waking up in the middle of the night that affects your REM sleep. So stay away from any sugar or high carb meals. And it's also in your best interest, if you're looking to maintain a healthy weight, stay away from both of those altogether. And my final tip, go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Find healthy behaviors that you can do before bed, such as meditation, stretching, journal writing, gratitude writing, and prayer. As always, I'm here to help. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so. Have a great day, everyone.